everybody, happy HBK Wellness Wednesday. Master Trainer Kiona Leah back with you guys again, and tonight we are working on how to know our knees through our feet. One thing about having a knee injury for the past 12 years I have learned is that whenever my feet start to get cramped, my knee that bothers me is also going to be a major problem. So I have devised many different ways to make sure that my feet stay limber and loose and able to move so that my knee is able to do the same thing, because it's all connected from hip to knee to ankle to toes. I have several little things tonight that I'm going to talk about that I use, as well as starting with the simplest of basics, which is we're just going to start by talking about using our hands. No equipment necessary, because isn't that what T-Tapp method is about? So for now, I'm just going to set these little guys down. And when we talk about releasing our feet, the first thing that we want to think about is bringing our foot to us. Of course, we need to be able to do that. Sitting somewhere comfortably so you can reach your foot one way or another. And of course, you're going to be in socks or bare feet. And you just want to start with good foot fitness. Thumbs right on the pads near those center two toes, and just sort of spread everything out, working your way up your foot to create space between all those metatarsal bones all the way up the foot, and then coming all the way back down. If you have the flexibility, it's always great to do this on the edge of a chair. I'm going to scooch myself back in my chair, and now I can put this pressure moving downwards over the top of my foot. You'd be amazed how much this top of your foot really starts to get cramped up. It also allows me to pull back on my toes, stretching them out like a stiletto, and I can push down off the edge of that chair. If you don't have the flexibility because you have a bad knee to do what I just did, you can also do this just on the ground. I'm going to turn to the side slightly, and sitting in my chair, belly button to spine, on the back of the sits bones, and then just lift up, lift up. Now I'm sliding my feet in. Now to get that stretch, I can keep myself lifted and lean forward. I like to keep spreading my toes here as well to really make sure I get a good stretch. From here, I can lean back, lift up, roll over, and there's where I can stretch the very top of my foot as well. You can also do this standing up. It gets even more intense when you do that. So those are some great simple foot stretches that we can do when we don't have any equipment whatsoever. But when you add some tools to what you're doing, tools of the trade, this can be even more beneficial. Now, these two little half domes that you see that I have, these are foot wakers and foot savers by Yamana. I've had them a very long time. They actually do come in a pair. I have one pair here at home for under my desk at home, and I have one pair at my office for under the desk there, because you never know when and where your feet are going to be tired. And when you're sitting in a chair for many hours, it's a great option to be able to actually do some foot stretches. The foot saver, this bigger one, has bumps on it, but it's bigger. So again, you get that nice stretch. You can just put it down and then press on it. There's a whole video that goes with this. You can do the same exercise I just did, lifting up. I can pull that back, lifting up into that stiletto and leaning forward. The bumps go up and they break up some adhesions, as well as get more lymph moving. And then I can slide it forward. And now I can put it, I'll turn this way so you can see for a second. Go the other direction. I can put it right in my arch. Nice lace shoulders, pull that belly button in, and I can lean into that arch and stretch out that foot. Really makes a big difference. You can progressively do the inside of your foot, the outside of your foot, and the very center of your foot. In the video from Yamana, they actually talk about imagining a tic-tac-toe board across your foot, 9 distinct little areas, each one individual that you can work with this foot saver or the foot waker to get those great results. If those bumps start to get to you, you can switch it out for the foot waker. Biggest thing with the foot waker, it's smooth, so you don't get all the little bumps. However, it does dig in more when you lean on it. There's not as much spread out pressure on your foot when you do that. It's a little harder to do that all the way up exercise because you can't get all the toes to spread across it. You really need to do that on the floor and then start working those inner lines. Again, I'll show you a slight side view. These inner lines, and you just move through. If you find a spot that's more tender, you can stop there. And notice what I'm doing here with my foot. I'm kind of bend and flexing my ankle, and that's rubbing that into that more sore spot. And then same thing, you can progressively go across the foot the same way or up and down toe to heel. Doesn't matter, either one. So those are some great things. Now, what if you can't find these little babies? Because like I said, I've had them a long time. My chiropractor used to recommend a lacrosse ball. Very good size, about the size of your arch. Hard, stiff ball without ridges on it. Nice and smooth, so you can just roll, and man, do those release. The chiropractor's office sold some special ones that had like a little string through them that it was spun around an axis, so you didn't like suddenly have a ball flying away from you. You can always get those as well. This, believe it or not, is a pet toy. It's a dog chew. It has the spikes because you know how big I am into moving lymph and breaking up adhesions, and these little spikes are going to do that. It's a rubbery plastic dog chew, so it has a tiny bit of give, but not much, more than a lacrosse ball. And I will use this. Now I can just roll back and forth, side to side, and really feel the difference. Yes, you can get those little wooden foot rollers. Those are great. But notice what I'm doing right here. I'm actually going in a little bit of a circle. So I'm getting a circular motion. This can really feel good on the heel. All of this can make a big, big difference in releasing that knee and that ankle. So once you've got all that stretched out, point and flex and roll in and out, or out and in, which is what I just did, on that ankle. A lot of times the ankle will fall into place and release that tension all the way up into the knee. That's another huge, huge thing. Frequently, when my knee starts bothering me, the first thing I go for is, are my toes starting to lock up and is my ankle locked up? Can I get both of those things moving, which gets my knee moving almost every single time. All right, you guys. So that is how you can know your knees through your feet. What do you guys want to talk about next week? Our workout series next week is on long, lean legs. So we've already done a bunch of cellulite topics on this stream for Wellness Wednesdays. So we might want to pick something else. Make sure and comment below and let me know what it is, or send me a direct message. Of course, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And in the meantime, I'm Kiona Leah. I want to see you move, live, and thrive. So I'll see you on the next one.